One of the things, once you get all this stuff done now, and you finally get sat down in the lab, you can actually look at some of these things that on the mix design as you can get a lot of it just right out of the cover sheet to start with. But the contractor has to provide us with a mix design before we start, and then the district materials lab verifies those mix designs to make sure they're ready to go. And so hopefully that's all been done, and you have a copy. And so there's a couple of, so we're basically, a mixed design is just the objective is to determine the combination of AC and aggregate that will give a long-lasting performance of the pavement. So the final goal really is to select a unique asphalt cement binder that will achieve all of the balance of all these properties we want it to meet. And there are a lot of properties with SuperPave. So I just want to go over a couple of things from the summary here, just kind of highlight them here. So the inspector is going to know what kind of binder they're going to use on the project. They're also going to know what gyrations. Now, this has been fairly standard 75 here for many, many years to run these gyrations that, like in the gyratory for the mix. But nowadays, there are a few jobs out there that actually have less than that. So you want to make sure you check that. And also, this particular segment here talks about the total amount of material that's in, or asphalt cement that's in the mix. And this may include any residual binder that comes from the wrap or the recycled asphalt binder. And so and the rest of this stuff here basically is showing that it meets all the specifications. This area here will tell you here, for instance, now this project actually did have, the example I showed here actually does have some recycled asphalt pavement in it. The total 6% that we showed in the previous slide, well, 5% is going to be virgin add oil. And this will be your target, that when you start the job, the contractor is going to have to adhere to that, unless there's some sort of target change later on. But they'll start out with this, and that's what they want to put in the mix, 5% by weight of the mix. And so another thing you want to get is some of the specific gravity information here to start with, so you can do some of your physical property testing with it. And so this is the blends that are used, and it's a good thing to make sure that these are the blends they're going to start with. And if not, then you need to communicate with someone to find out why we're not starting at these. But here we have all the different components. We got some dust with rock, things, natural fines. We also have our recycled asphalt pavement, which is 15% of the mix. And this sheet here, and I will just basically talk about this virgin gradation here. This is a target value. This is a result of probably months of testing, quality testing, control testing that the contractor done during the production of the aggregates. And so they're pretty confident that this average is about where they're going to be running on their tests when they do gradations out there. And so and we're going to be doing gradations here too. So what we want to do with that now is there's a table in 430 that talks about single test and moving test averages. If we expect the contractor, for instance, to run and hit these values right on the button, it isn't going to happen. And the reason is because the inherent variability of the material. And so we will tolerate, or will allow, a certain range for them to work in. And that's what this is, the single test control limit. Now, we don't take every sieve here either. We just take control sieves. The control sieves for SuperPave is 1/2, 4, 30, and 200. So those are the only 4 you need to worry about. And so what we do then is we take this, and this is something that you should do for your own good. It might be done already by the contractor, but to make this little table out, and for instance, on the 4, we would round that off to 54, and then you would go plus or minus 6 of that. So this is the range actually that the contractor will work in when they do gradation, and you too, as an inspector or tester.